Hello children, this is for 7th standard Social Science, Civics, Unit 1, State Government. Yes, in this lesson we are going to see about government, state government. Okay children, please take page number 163, State Government. First we will see the learning objectives. Recognize the difference between Parliament and state legislature. Understand the election procedures. Know the powers and functions of governor and chief minister. Wonder how the government works. And also identify the three main organs of the government: the legislative, executive and judiciary. So in this lesson, the whole lesson, that is state government, the content of the state government is explained by means of conversation. That is conversation between the students and the teacher. Conversation between the students and the teacher. Class 7 students, they are sitting in the classroom and the teacher is taking this lesson, state government lesson. Okay. Here I will explain what are all the things they have discussed in this lesson. Yes. First thing, they have one school and they are going to open the new building in that school, and also they are shifting to the new classrooms, and they have arranged a program for it, and they have invited MLA as the chief guest. Yes, so the teacher announced about the program and also the chief guest. So who is the chief guest? Who will be the chief guest for that program? Muthu is asking. Muthu, who is the one student of that classroom, he asked that question. So teacher answered, we have invited our MLA as chief guest for opening the ceremony. Okay. So who is MLA? Yes, MLA I have heard, but I don't know who is he. Do you know children who is MLA? So MLA are representatives of the people. MLAs are the representatives of the people, and he is one among us. He is one among us, and he is the member of Legislative Assembly. M stands for member, L for legislative, A for assembly. So who is MLA? MLAs are representatives of the people, and he is one among us, and he is a member of Legislative Assembly. Yes, representatives of the people means we, the people, should nominate, should elect that people. Okay, we are the persons who are selecting MLAs as a representative. So what is Legislative Assembly is asking. Yes, what is Legislative Assembly? The teacher is explaining with the help of these pictures. Have you seen this picture? Yes, have you seen this? Saint George Assembly Session, that is chief minister and other ministers are there. Who is this? Have you seen this building? Yes, it is a fort in Chennai. Yes, it is a fort in Chennai near Central Railway Station. Yes, first English fortress. This is the first English fortress in India. The fort currently houses the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly and Secretariat of Tamil Nadu. Now it is working as this building shows ribbon building. We call this building as ribbon building, in which the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly and also it work as a Secretariat of Tamil Nadu. So Legislative Assembly has the lower house where all the MLAs meet to discuss various matters related to the welfare of the state. So what is Legislative Assembly? What is its work means? Legislative Assembly has the lower house where all the MLAs is, we are electing MLAs, we are selecting MLAs, isn't it? So all the MLAs will meet together to discuss various matters related to the welfare of the state. So during this lockdown period, if you watch TV, at many times, many meetings are conducted how to get rid of this corona. Have you watched this children? is where it is taking place, why the number is increasing, how to put down this number, how to cure the corona people, how to take, what are all the precautions we should take. So they will analyze. Now the from March, is from March till now, the problem which is at a high manner, great manner, is only corona. First thing is corona. But nowadays, for past 30 days, they are discussing about the farmers issue. Isn't it, children? Are you all watching TV? TV news, you have to watch it at least once in a day. Okay, children? So who will be there in the legislative assembly? So India has separate system of administration for the union, states and union territories. Yes, India has a separate system of administration for the union, states and union territories. So how many states are there? 29 states and 7 union territories, including our capital territory, Delhi. Yes, so power is divided. So power is divided between the two sets of governments, one at the central in Delhi and separate governments for all the state, and this is called as federal system. So in India, if you take, so we are living in Tamil Nadu, right? So we are having state government and whole India is having central government. Yes, there is a power, but the power is divided. Yes, the power, ruling power is divided between the two sets of governments, one at the central and Delhi, and each and every state is having separate governments for each state. Okay, this system is called as federal system. So India is a parliamentary democratic republic. Yes, India is a parliament democratic, yes, and republic, where the president of India is the head of the Indian Union, and the prime minister and all the ministers are responsible for smooth running of the government. Yes, so India is a what country? It is a parliamentary democratic republic country. Yes, parliamentary democratic republic country. Who plays a head of that Indian Union? President. President of India is the head of the Indian Union. Yes, so and the prime minister, all states, each and every state will have the ministers, and at central in Delhi we are having prime minister. Yes, prime minister and all the ministers are responsible for smooth running of the government, and this is called central government. But in this lesson we are going to see only the state government in detail. Okay, so do we have a separate government for states? Yes. Yes, obviously we are having separate government for states. All the states and union territories have separate governments to run its own administration. Okay, so each and every states and union territories have separate government to run its own administration. Governor, chief minister and all the ministers constitute the government. So state government involves, state governments have governor. In central we are having president is the first person. Like that in state, governor plays an important role, first place. Under him only chief minister and also on all the other ministers will form a government. So the member of the parliament, this member of the parliament we call that as is called MP, whereas a member of the legislative assembly is called as MLA. Central government, that is a member, central government is nothing but parliament. So the member of the parliament is called MP, and member of the legislative assembly means within the states we are selecting the people, no, that person we call it as MLA, and that MLA both the will comes under that is M means member, L legislative and assembly A. So both the central and state governments work according to our constitution. So MLA is that the boy is exclaiming that MLA is going to inaugurate the function. Who appoints him? So who will appoint MLA is asking. So nobody will appoint MLA. Nobody will appoint MLA. So they are elected by the people through general election. So here in state, that is in Tamil Nadu state, we are having election during the month of May. At that time, we people will select the MLA. Okay, children. So in the previous first term, we have studied about the political parties. Is Have you do you remember that one? About political parties we have seen. So for election, these political parties play a vital role. Vital role means important role in election. So for election, the entire state is divided into several constituencies on the basis of population. So on the basis of population, number of people living in that particular area, it is divided into the several constituencies, and the political parties nominate their candidates to each constituency. Yes, they will nominate. I am placing this person to represent for DMK, ADMK, yes, Congress, BJP, like that. Each and every person, every party will nominate one person for that each and every constituency. So all the people residing in the constituency who has completed, so what is the age limit for voting means 18 years of completion. A person who has completed 18 years of age can put vote. Okay children, so the candidate who gets the more number of votes is declared as elected and becomes MLA. So if you see this machine which is given here, in olden days and all, they will give a ballot paper. In that paper, each and every political parties will have some symbols, and we have to put a seal on it, and we have to fold it and put it in the box, voter box. But nowadays everything becomes digital, and they are having this digital box will be placed there, and there this box will show the candidate's name and also the symbols, and next to it one button will be there, and at the end of this one lamp will be provided. So which party you have to put your vote means you have to touch that symbol, that button, that is then that button which is near to that candidate's name and that symbol, that place you have to touch means your vote will be registered. So the candidate who gets the more number of votes is declared as a is declared as elected and becomes MLA. So the Election Commission of India conducts and monitors the election. So during the month of May we are coming means from January itself they have they will start their procedure. So last month itself they have started to count the voters list, to check the voters list. Isn't it? In your home and all, some people would have gone to that center and they can register. The person who has completed 18 years this year means they have to register, and they have to get the ballot paper. Okay, so the Election Commission of India conducts and monitors the election. After the election, the party which gets more number of MLA is declared as the majority party. Okay children, so after the election, the party which gets the more number of MLA is declared as a majority party. So governor plays an important role in legislative assembly. So governor calls the leader of the majority party to form the state government. So in simple words, a party whose MLAs has won more than half the number of constituencies in the state are called ruling party. Suppose there are 100 constituencies or there means if the political party has won more than 50 places means we call that party as a ruling party. Clear children? The party which won more than half of the constituencies, we call that party as a ruling party, and that party will form the government and they will rule us. So and the party which gets the total number of seats next to the majority party act as an opposition party in the legislature. So now if you see our government last 5 years, ADMK under Edappadi Palaniswamy, we are under Edappadi Palaniswamy, we call that party as a ruling party. Opposition party means DMK, that is head of that DMK is Stalin. For each and every decision taken, each and every rule is placed, law and order is settled means there will be the opposition party has the right to question on ruling party. So only we are calling that party as a opposition party in the legislative. But all the MLAs of other political parties who do not belong to the ruling party are called opposition party. Okay children, so who are all included in the state government? So under state government, who will work? Yes, the governor plays an important role, first person, next chief minister, and also the council of ministers. So governor is appointed by President of India for the term of 5 years. For central government, who plays in first place? President of India. So President of India will select one person as the governor for each and every state. Clear, children? For their lifetime, that ruling time is 5 years. The term is 5 years. So the leader of the majority party is appointed by the chief minister, appointed as the chief minister by the governor. So the political party who got many constituencies, who got many seats in that constituencies will be the ruling party, and that each and every person who has won will select a particular person to appoint as the chief minister, and that appointment will be given by the governor. Okay, children. So the chief minister, in consultation with the governor, constitutes a cabinet which includes a member of his party as ministers. So each and every person, the MLA will be, that is member of legislative assembly, and also for some person they will called as minister. Is education minister Sengotayan, like that health minister Vijay Bhaskar. Now you know, you would have seen many news time, this time corona time. So Sengotayan, why the name is familiar means because he is dealing with the education department. So up to November, no school will be there. So now we are all doing online classes, isn't it? So this exam schedule, everything will be posted by, with the decision will be, they will discuss in the as groups, but it will declared by chief minister and also the education minister. Like that, they will select some people, particular people as a minister, and the term of that office is 5 years. Okay, children. So the boy is asking, shall I become the governor? Who will select the governor? President of India will select the governor, isn't it? Or chief minister. Shall I become a governor or chief minister? Yes. Why not? Everybody can. Each and every, this is democratic. India is a democratic country. So each person, there is an age limit. Each person can become a governor and chief minister. So to become a governor, what are all the things? What are all the rules? The person should be a citizen of India. Citizen of India means the person should born in India, isn't it? Citizen of India. And the age limit is he or she should have completed 35 years of age. Is the age of that person, governor person. Suppose you are elected, you are selected as a governor, means your age should be 35 and above, and you should be a citizen of India and should have sound mind. You should have that is knowledge, more knowledge about this constitution, and should not hold any public offense of profit. You should be a you will not have any complaints. Yes, that is any public profit. Okay, but here to become chief minister, what is the quality means? You should have completed 25 years of age and should be an MLA, or in the case of MLC, you should have completed 30 years of age. So if you want to become chief minister, your age should be 25, and you should you will be represented as a person, as a support of that party, the particular political party in particular constituencies, and you should win. Then only you will become MLA. Then after becoming MLA, you can select as chief minister by means of the group discussion. Clear, children? So who is MLC? So usually a state legislative have two houses. Okay, state government will also have two houses, upper house and lower house. So upper house, this is called bicameral legislative. Upper house is called legislative council, and the members of legislative council we call it as MLC. But in India we are having only one house. In the Tamil Nadu, we are having only one house, and we are not having any MLC. Okay, the members are called as MLCs, and they are not elected directly by the people. So the lower house is called Legislative Assembly. The members are called as MLAs. So here these MLAs are directly elected by the people. So if the state government is having legislative assembly is having two houses means we call that as bicameral legislature. But in India, some of the states have two houses in the state legislature, but in Tamil Nadu we have only lower house. So this is called unicameral legislature. Okay, so now now we'll see what are the powers and functions of the governor and chief minister. So governor is an integral part of the state legislative. So governor is the head of the state executive and he has enormous power. He has more powers than chief minister. All the administration is carried out in his name. All the administration, all the rules and law and order, everything will be created by means of, it should be signed by governor. Okay, he is the chancellor of government universities in the state. All bills become law only after his assent. Yes, he appoints important official of the state government such as advocate general, that is for judiciary thing, and also chairman and members of the state public service commission, state election commissioner and vice chancellors of state universities. The important powers should be allocated to certain persons. That person will be selected only by the governor. For example, election commission, vice chancellor, chairman and members of the public service commission, everybody will be appointed only by means of governor. So what is the power of chief minister? Chief minister is the real executive head of the state administration. He allocates the portfolios among the ministers. So the council of members are collectively responsible to the state legislature. So all the ministers work as a team under the chief minister. The chief minister formulates programs and policies for the welfare of the people and also for welfare of the state. So the council of ministers is collectively responsible to the legislative assembly of the state. So the three main organs of the government are, first one legislative, second one executive and third one judiciary. So the legislative branch makes laws. Is the legislative branch will decide the law, and executive branch enforces the law, and the judiciary interprets the laws. So what are the three main organs of the government are legislative, executive and judiciary. The legislative branch makes laws. They will fix some law and order. The executive branch enforces the law. They will implement the law, and the judiciary interprets. If there is anything which is abnormal or it is not correct means this judiciary will interpret the laws. Okay, so what is meant by judiciary? The high court or the highest judicial organ at the state level. It is independent body. As per the constitution, there shall be a high court in each state. So the state high court consists of a chief justice and other judges. So the number of judges in high court is not uniform and fixed. So president appoints the chief justice and can hold the office until he completes the age of 62 years. The retirement age for this person, judges, or the years 62 years. They will be appointed by means of president. Okay children, the state high court consists of a chief justice and other judges. So the number of judges in the high court is not uniform and they are appointed by the president will appoint, and he should complete that is he can hold the office till the age of 62 years. So apart from high court, there are district courts and tribunals. So they ensure justice to the people without any bias. Yes, they should be honest. They will not be bias. They must not show any bias. So apart from this, family courts are also established to settle the disputes relating to marriages and family affairs. So Lok Adalat also have been established by the government of India to settle dispute through the conciliation and compromise. So this topic is very interesting. Yes children. Yes, so a cultural program, they are discussing about the cultural program, and I hope you children is also having interest. What are all, who is MLA, who is in this lesson we have studied only about the state government. So what are all the important things we have seen? Let us summarize. We'll see the summary. So India is divided into how many states? 29 states and 7 union territories, and each state has a legislative assembly. So state executive comprises the governor and the chief minister with his council of members. So the council of members on who means MLAs. The head of the state is the governor. The head of India is nation is president, but here the head of the state is the governor, and he is appointed by the president for a period of 5 years, and he is an integral part of state legislature. The real executive power in state in India rests with the chief minister. So the leader of the majority party is appointed as chief minister. So the chief minister and the council of ministers are collectively responsible to the state legislature. So the high courts are the highest judicial organs at state level, and state high courts have jurisdiction over the whole state. Now we'll see the glossary meaning. Legislative means law making body, cabinet a committee of senior ministers, executive, administrative, judiciary a system of courts of law. Okay children, I hope everybody enjoy this lesson. You once again go through this lesson. If you have any doubt, you can ask during the live classes. Okay children, thank you children.